Hi, my name is Matt Davis. Welcome to Proof Cocktail Bar in Calgary. I'm excited today to share with you my entries for Courvoisier's Coast of Paris competition. My first drink is entitled Soleil Couchant, and it's inspired by a number of elements within the Belle Epoque that really interest and inspire me. One of the key things that I wanted to highlight and look at was the huge social and cultural change that happened during the Belle Epoque. The streets are lit, the metro's built, 3 world expositions bring tourists and interest in culture to Paris. And of course, one of those, the Eiffel Tower, is unveiled, and Courvoisier Cognac is served exclusively at the opening party for that. Courvoisier is the backbone for my drink, the VS Cognac. I wanted to use that because I wanted to bring in its dried citrus and caramel notes. 1 ounce of that is the backbone. The other thing that I love that came out of the Belle Epoque period in Paris is Impressionist art. The first Impressionist exhibition happened in 1874, and Claude Monet's Soleil Levant was one of the key pieces in starting that movement. And I wanted to create a drink that, in a similar way to a great piece of Impressionist art, had layers of texture and complexity, and really inspired by that style of painting. So that's why my aperitif style drink, I have turned to one of the elements of modern alcohol, which I find the most fascinating, the most interesting, which is that a lot of the things and products that have been traditionally made in certain areas are being diversified, and one of those is vermouths. And I wanted to bring a sense of place for myself as an Australian into this drink, and so I'm using Maideney's dry vermouth to really enhance the layers and layers of complexity within Courvoisier's cognac. Really love the familiar notes that this has to me, wattle and eucalyptus. And then that's fortified with just a bar spoon of a cognac-based curacao, really just bringing out those elements within the drink. Now I'm going to stir that over ice, and I want to under-dilute it a little bit because the last element that I wanted to bring into this drink is texture, and so I want to add a little bit, about 1.5 ounces of soda water to finish the dilution, and then to bring an element of texture into the drink as well. Strain and top with soda water. And then I'm going to round that out with some lemon oil, bringing all those flavors together within the drink. And for a garnish, I'm just using a dried lemon wheel. Now for my second drink, I wanted to look at the golden age of Paris, the period between the wars. A lot of Americans coming to Paris, things are cheaper there, and prohibition in the United States has led a lot of artists to want to leave the country. One of the most famous drinks to come out of that period is the cognac-focused sidecar. Depending on who you ask, created at Harry's New York Bar by Harry McElhone. And for that, my riff on that, called An American in Paris, I'm using Courvoisier's VSOP cognac. I really wanted to bring in the body and texture of the Courvoisier cognac, as well as some of those spice elements, which is going to be aided by Old Grandad bourbon. Old Grandad, an overproof classic American style bourbon, really bringing even more those spice elements and the heat that we associate with great American bourbons to the drink. Now in the classic sidecar model, I'm also using lemon, 3/4 ounce. And then I'm going to use 2 bar spoons of rich simple syrup just to bring balance. Harry's New York Bar is a fascinating place, and this is where the drink itself takes its inspiration from, because not only is there great drinking culture happening there, but a lot of artists are making great things there. Writers are there. Gershwin composed one of the most famous pieces of music to come out of the period, called An American in Paris, at the bar in the Ivories. which is the piano bar at Harry's New York Bar. Lastly, looking to America again, I'm using bitter cubes bitters to round out the drink, and I'm using 2 dashes of their Jamaican No. 2 and 1 dash of their Trinity bitters. Now I'm going to shake an American in Paris, and then we're going to double strain that into a coupe. And the drink is going to be finished with orange oil, rounding it out. An American take on a classic and quintessentially cognac-based cocktail. So this is an American in Paris, and this is my entry for Courvoisier's Toast of Paris competition. Thank you.